So this is my review of the episode entitled Grace of the Fallen Sky series. First off, like the gang is trying to find Ben, the son of the main character. In the previous episode, they had captured an alien and they had found another son of another character of the show, and they were able to get the harness off him, and now he's just simply recovering in the makeshift ER, I guess. It looks like a science lab from the JFK High School, which the Second Massachusetts is stationed at. But in order to get the harness off of other kids in the future, they need more of the drugs, but they can't get to this place that the drugs are at because it's so far off the main highway. I think they said like 30 miles or something. So what they need is transportation. So a plan is arranged to where they need to get motorcycles, and so the main group sets out to go find some motorcycles, bring them back so they can go out and get this medicine. Hence, they can get Ben back. So, and Pope, the inmate, cook, chef, whatever you want to call him, he goes along with this trip because he knows the area very well, and he knows the layout of the building they're going to. So he comes along, but unarmed because of his past. And I like this episode a lot more than the last one because it was more based off. You get to see more of the characters and more of their backgrounds. The captain of the Second Massachusetts has always seemed to be this, battle-hardened, like just I wouldn't want to say badass, but I would just say he's so serious all the time, and with good reason because he's the captain. He's trying to, keep these people alive. So I understand his concerns and reason why he has this tough demeanor about him. Um, but you get to see a little bit more of him, especially just a little bit in the final scene in the final scene of the episode. But I'll get to that in a little bit. We find out that these aliens, they're actually like bats in a way because they sleep hanging upside down. Because what happens is the main group, they like they're going to this motorcycle place to steal these motorcycles. Well, not steal anymore because there's nobody left around to own them. But they find out that these aliens are just sleeping underneath like a bridge, I guess, and they're like just like bats, and it was very interesting. But I'll just skip. Won't get too much details. Pope gets away, some, but you find out that the children slaves that the aliens are using, they're actually using them as human shields, as they send out like an attack unit of these children to attack the main group. But the main character's like, no, we're not going to kill kids. So it's very interesting to see because there are many parallels between what the aliens are doing and what humans have done in our history. So there's a lot of core similarities on how they're fighting. So the more you understand them, the easier you can to defeat them. And back at the JFK High School there, like they're trying to figure out because they're trying to get radios working, and every now and then there seems to be some static, which there is none until they notice a pattern that once an alien in the vicinity is being threatened by a human, like all of a sudden, like you can hear static on the radio. And what happened, reason why that is because these aliens are not only just like they can move like machines on the outside of their bodies, the mech suits, whatever you want to call them, but they also have like biological implants in their brain somewhere that sends off kind of like a radio transmitter. So, and how we have, we can, pretend if this was a walkie-talkie and we can talk to people over it. Well, they have something literally in their brains that helps them communicate with their own kind. So let's see what else happened. I'm trying to remember because it was 2 days ago. I'm trying to remember what happened. The kid wakes up that they got from the last episode, and he puts the harness back on because apparently the alien can communicate through this kid using while the harness is on him, and the alien just wants to be killed. Like because he knows he's a prisoner of war and they're not going to give him up. Um, he just wants to be killed. But the dad just freaks out and he rips that harness off his kid, and it's it's pretty emotional stuff. But and then but during the episode, you see this one character. I can't remember what her name is. She was in the first episode just for a little bit, but she's sort of a religious type. She prays for all the people who are lost, and then at the end of the episode, everybody comes back together. They got the motorcycles. Pope is gone, but as a parting gift, Pope left. He had made some bread for the resistance, so and which they haven't had breads for a very long time. So bread. It's kind of cool to think like just something simple as bread can bring all these people joy, and at the end of the show that they actually get in a group prayer. The captain who's sitting at a table that can just barely hear it. Right at the end, he mouths like him, the Father, the Son, Holy Spirit. You can see him mouthing it just a little bit, which gives you which shows you that he has emotion. He has a heart, and it shows you that he is a religious guy, but he's still trying to have this tough demeanor about him and trying to act out tough, and because he's a captain, he's trying to keep everybody safe. So, but this episode was a lot about people's emotions and how they're coping with this alien invasion, and you get to see that even though times are tough, there's still hope. There's still it's still stuff there's still stuff that people believe in, and so it was more about the internal struggle rather than the external. But all in all, a great episode. And next week's is called Next episode is called Silent Kill, and doesn't say who wrote it or who directed it, but so that'll be out next Sunday on TNT.